Boom. Boom, boom. And we're live.
Oh no.
We are live in the car studio.
Studio.
And Faiz is back in the building.
Yes, I'm back and I'm better and I'm ready.
And I'm ready.
Hello, David.
Yo.
He came a bit close with his dog, innit?
Man looking like a proper profiled white privileged man.
Let's start again.
Why?
We can't start the podcast talking.
We can and we will because I've had a terrible week.
Why?
I've had a terrible week with white people.
What?
Yeah, man.
My God.
It happens every week, actually.
My God. I did not think that was part of our topic list. But
Brilliant.
if you want to talk about it, please.
Nah, man, I don't, man. I'm not going to waste my time on these people, man.
Why?
Piss me off. Allow it, man.
Oh, look, he's bare sulking. As he looking down.
Yeah, I've had
fixing
enough,
his
man.
jumper.
Too many people look down on me, like, because I'm brown, innit? I just don't. But people will say, like, well, you don't really know that. Well, I do. Do you know what I hate more than anything?
Yeah.
Let me tell you what I hate more than anything, yeah? When people try to dismiss your claim as if they know what the claim, well, they know what the claim is about, but it's like people will say, or they'll try and dismiss how you feel like someone's approaching you, even though it's not direct. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, for example, if someone's doing something, let's say passive aggressive, yeah, and they're sort of like they're behaving towards you in a certain way, and you know why they're behaving in a certain way because, well,
it's indirect.
It's indirect
racism.
And B,
is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, I don't know. I think racism is sort of like a harsh word. Maybe it's more like just conforming to that sort of norm or, I don't know, stereotype. I don't know, man. I just don't know what I'm talking about.
So what is it? What is it that happened?
Listen, yeah, all I'm going to say is there's a certain middle class white privilege going around and it's becoming more clear.
Okay.
Maybe because I'm 23 and I'm an adult now.
Yeah, okay.
Innit?
I mean, it's always been there.
Yeah.
Because this is a English country.
Mm.
So there's always been that middle class.
I just feel second class, like citizenship. That's what I feel like. But I'm not. But I am. But am I? I question myself sometimes. I'm like, well, on paper, I was born here. And
what does your passport say? British citizen?
British, yeah. I was born here. I've got a British citizen. That's the only passport I've got. I was raised in a, I would say
London.
Pretty normal primary school. Maybe just below middle class secondary school. I was in a very good area in Highgate, so do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I went to a pretty good university. Does that mean do I qualify to be like one of you guys?
Class.
Huh?
You're still working class.
Yeah, I am still working class.
Yeah, so
but the majority of us are working class. I'd say even people who beg to be middle class, you're slightly still working class.
Yeah, considering what capitalism has done.
What is working class?
Someone who's just.
Can you call someone who's earning above 50k working class? They're still working.
I'm not 100% sure, to be honest, because isn't class in relation to your kind of heritage sometimes?
It could do. I mean, personally, for me, working class would be if you're working and you have to work in order to provide, food and shelter for yourself, then you're working class. But the majority of us have to work in order to feed ourselves and get by.
According to Google Translation,
yes, let's hear it.
The social group consisting of people who are employed for wages, especially in manual or industrial work.
Rah. Is it like that?
I mean, right nowadays I wouldn't say there is as much manual work in the UK because we've outsourced a lot of our kind of. Do
you think we'll ever break away from?
So I think office work
class?
is now.
They're still working class.
Yeah, I think working in an office can still make you working class because you can have a minimum paid job and. I mean, you can have a decent job at an office, but still, I don't know. I just feel like office jobs has replaced manual work. Yeah. That 9 to 5 kind of that modern day slavery.
We'll call it slavery.
So it sounds better, innit?
Yeah, it does.
Slavery. Boom.
I was gonna say, do you ever feel like you'll ever break out from this working class?
100%.
You will.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, cool. I aim to as well. But do you know, I was speaking to someone about this yesterday, and I was telling her, I've mentioned this a number of times. My biggest motivation to make it in life is to look down on people who have looked down on me.
Mad.
I don't even want to, big man things, I don't even want to make it for myself.
Wow.
Like, I don't even care about being successful myself. I feel so passionately about those that have treated me wrongly that I want to succeed in order to wrong them and make them, give them the same treatment that I've been given myself.
So what are you going to be doing? Going into certain areas and being like, excuse me?
No. No snobbery, but just stunt. As in, look at me, fam. I have my own goddamn house in Notting Hill.
I mean, to be honest, that for me is just absurd.
You think so?
Absolutely. I think
because
I've
just about had it.
No,
I've had it.
Let me tell you what I want to do on it.
Yeah.
I really, the wealth that I want to create for myself, it will be not only in the UK but abroad.
100%.
And it will go back definitely to Somalia, because what is considered wealth here is not the same there. Yeah. And I can live a life which is 10 times better with the same amount of money. And that's because just the way the UK is now running. I don't mind making money in the UK and obviously securing some investments and some properties and so on in certain areas of London or outside London or whatever. But I'm not doing it for the purpose of other people. I'm doing it because I want to break through the intergenerational, not curse necessarily, but just I don't want to be how do I explain it? I wanna create wealth for the generations that come after me, especially like my nieces and nephews, just so they have a head start in life and that they don't have to worry about the things that we were worrying about when we were younger. I think a lot of people, especially the people that you are mentioning, like the white people who are
let's be plain and obvious, man. White people, innit? I'm not gonna beat around the bush.
No, like, you know, that they obviously had a head start, or even people that are not white.
They don't even need to get a head start.
No, as in like
white privilege is so it's real. It's so fucking real. It's unbelievable.
But even if your parents, for example, have gone to university, it does make a difference, because they'll be guiding you into the paths that you need to go into. And like just certain things, like if they've been working for a long time, they just know more. Let's, for example, employment laws. They're less like afraid of the system. If that makes sense. When you know the system, you can finesse it. 100%. You realise the taxman can't finesse you as much. Just things like that. And I think that is what I would definitely want to teach my nieces and nephews, my kids, my community. I definitely want to put them in.
I've lost faith with my community.
No,
man.
I haven't.
100%.
I haven't.
I mean, no, I would say definitely with the Somali community, they're a lot more awake and they're a lot more conscious than my community are lost, man.
No.
Them man are stuck in the 50s.
No, they're really not.
They're
hard working.
I've had enough of them.
No, I think Bangladeshi people are hard. Bengalis are hard.
Yeah, they're hard working, but they're not smart.
They are. They're moving forwards, man.
I don't know. I just feel like just the wrong priorities. People are prioritizing the wrong shit.
But you need to allow them to make mistakes so they can learn from it. Because who's showing them how to finesse the system, how to make the most from the system? No one. You can't blame them, man.
I fucking blame them.
You can't blame them.
Right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tomato Podcast, episode 35.
35.
Damn.
35.
No, I like my numbers in fives.
Is it?
So yeah, I always
you
get.
only loved even
numbers and like 5 numbers.
Okay.
So like 35, 40,
Boom.
45, them kind of numbers, like.
Okay.
Going like, you know what I mean?
So are you happy to have me back on episode 35?
I'm so fucking
Guys,
happy.
I was doing cartwheels outside my yard.
You were doing cartwheels outside?
No, you were doing cartwheels outside my house.
I was posting on my
I know.
actually. Just trying to promote the thing.
It was a joke.
Yeah, I wish I could do cartwheels.
Oh, okay. All right, no worries then. Well, I'm back, guys.
Listen, we missed you, man. For real.
Oh, that's good.
Actually, last episode was banging.
I know it was.
It was sick, fam.
I know.
I can't wait to have him back. And he's
100%.
got. Hopefully, he said he might come back for Ramadan. So hopefully, we'll have him on a.
He's definitely gonna come back for Ramadan. Man. He needs some home cooked foods.
Trust me. No, have you seen his story, bruv? What's going on?
Sadiq.
He's bro. You're heating up rice with sugar.
Oh yeah.
What else?
So boom. Let's just tell them what he did.
Go on.
So he put rice with milk.
Yeah.
Butter.
Yeah.
And sugar.
And sugar.
But you know that is a Ramadan meal, isn't it? So you have milk.
No, I know rice and milk and
Yeah.
mango. Trust
What?
me.
No,
It's banging.
mango.
No,
but
trust me.
like,
Try it.
There's something called
banging,
hilib
fam.
sukharia. It's basically hilib, lamb,
Mm.
which is like cut in small pieces,
Mm.
and you sprinkle it on top of the rice, and you eat that together. That is normal, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
Oh, sorry.
I was
Sorry about-
waiting.
Hey, talking to the devil.
Boom.
Man like Sadiq.
Yeah, so I mean, I know where he was going with it. He just
Yeah.
didn't complete the meal.
Yeah.
It's fine. But yeah, I'm back on episode 35.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad to
Thank
be
you for
here.
coming.
What do you mean? Thank
It's
you.
really
for
nice for you
coming?
to be here. We've missed you. How's your assignments going first and
It's
foremost?
going well. It's going well. It's been 2 weeks of like just like mind training. Just me and my laptop.
Procrastinating as well.
Yeah, that's why my eyes are all like wonky and shit. Cause you know when
You're
you just,
looking sick.
No,
I
I'm
can't
not.
even lie to you. I'm digging the look.
What look is this?
Big man things.
Are
You're
you
going
wa-
in, fam.
Excuse me. Have you seen the arsehole top underneath?
Spud me. I mean, it's not the right day to be wearing it because we
Why?
got smashed 3-0.
It's all right. We wear it all the time because we're proud.
Chat.
That's how you know I don't even give a shit. It's fine. But yeah, let's get to it. I want to start by sharing our condolences.
Go on, too.
To I don't think you spoke about this last week, but
Yeah.
The explosion in Sri
No, I
Lanka.
didn't. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that actually happened after the podcast.
Yeah, after the
So
podcast. Okay,
I saw
good.
that, and the first thing that I did was put it down on the notes section to talk about it because that was a proper fucked up situation.
100%.
And I saw the videos today of the bombers going inside of the hotel. I saw the explosions on camera, and it really did hit home. I mean, it felt really close. Although it was all the way in Sri Lanka, I felt that sort of pain that you would feel if it happened to our own people.
100%.
And it was sickening to think that, this was planned, this was coordinated. And what was even worse for me is the fact that the government officials knew about individuals who were posing this kind of threat and did nothing to let the president or anyone above know what was happening, and also putting anything into, what do you call it?
Preventative measures.
Yeah, preventative measures in order to stop, because this could have been stopped.
I mean, it's what saddens me the most is that why is it that people cannot be practicing their religious in peace in a place of where they worship, their gods, and on the most religious day as well.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful on so many levels. I mean, you do not go to the church to practice your religion and to celebrate. It was Easter, and get shot up.
3 churches, 3 hotels, 2 housing complexes were targeted. 253 people were killed, thereabouts. 42 foreigners, 6 in the UK, 45 children, over 500 injured. That's mad. I mean, I'm actually quite annoyed at the fact that this hasn't been highlighted or emphasized as much as it should have, especially in the media.
100%.
253 people were killed, and we as a nation, as the whole, as humanity, have really been silent about this issue.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot of people have spoken about it as much as.
Why is that?
I think it's becoming normal. I know it sounds bad, but when it's like when you get your heart broken and you keep getting it broken.
Can I just see something quick?
Yeah. Why?
I just wanted to see it. I just wanted to make, because I usually check beforehand the mic levels, but I didn't
he's basically
today.
looking at my new nails.
Yeah, no,
Boom.
your nails are banging still. Maroon.
It's not
No, it's not maroon.
It's red.
This is how you know I wasn't even looking at it.
It's
All
funny.
right. So you were saying?
Yeah. What was this? Yeah, and I think it's got to a point where when so many things keep happening, we get used to it. It's a bit like when you're growing up in a hood.
Yeah.
And people constantly, are getting stabbed, and there's gun violence and so on, and all these like unpleasant things. You start getting used to it, and you're like, oh, okay, just another shooting, oh, just another this, and just another that. And I mean, in San Diego yesterday, there was
that was fucked.
That was
man.
also another.
That really got me thinking about Ramadan. Really got me thinking really deep this morning. I was just like, wow, like literally, and these were my exact thoughts.
Yeah.
I could potentially die in the next 30 days. Why? Because some idiot might roll up in one of the mosques that I'm praying at, shoot up everyone, and then boom, that's it. That was legit my thought. And that's a crazy thought to have.
I mean,
that's a ridiculous thought to have.
Just to promote hate.
Yeah.
How could you be so hateful?
It's the nature in which that he did it in as well. It's the fact that he had a manifesto, and he had a manifesto, and he was following the lines of that cunt that shot up people in New Zealand, and also he was behind the mosque burning that happened a week after New Zealand.
Yeah.
So all of these things really, I mean, yes, they're becoming way too common, number one. Number two, they're becoming normalized. And number three, they're opening doors for these right-wing extremists, giving them the confidence to carry out these attacks.
They're sick. They're not well.
No, they're not well.
They're mentally unwell. And it's sad because, again, why do people feel like they can target people whilst they're praying and they're worshipping? And they're the most, not vulnerable necessarily, but they're not doing anything wrong. They're holy people. Why are you targeting?
This is why I've lost faith, you know. I've lost faith in the system. I've lost faith in society. And I was thinking to myself yesterday, I have bare thoughts, as you can probably tell. I was thinking to myself yesterday, yeah, and I think about this a lot. If I could run away and if I could abandon myself from society, from community, from just civilization, I would be so much happier. Because we're at a stage now where we're so far into this shit, it's virtually impossible for us to reverse everything that's happened and start again.
You know when you say it worries you about like you even practicing your religion and going to the mosque, it's true because it can happen anywhere, and that is what worries me the most. Because I went to Sri Lanka last year.
Swear.
Yeah, and I went to the area in Colombo as well. And where they had the funeral at the second church.
Did you see the funeral ceremony? I saw a clip of the funeral ceremony.
Yeah, I saw it, and I could see so many people crying, and it was like, whoa.
It was 30 seconds per funeral. They would bring the coffin in, bury it, and then they would rush the families back out.
And they were scared.
No, not even scared, because there was so many bodies to bury. There was no time for people to really mourn.
Yeah. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. And it's like, as much as these government officials and these world leaders are saying, oh, you know, we share our condolences.
Fuck off. I'm sick and tired of hearing that fucking phrase. You know, we share our condolences. We totally condemn these attacks. Get the fuck out of here. Like, if you want to say something from your heart. Don't just read out of your fucking speech that was written by one of your advisors. I've had enough.
I mean, what else is there to do, though? That's the question.
Do something. Act.
I mean, even so with this attack as well, ISIS claimed it was them.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know how.
I mean, no, I'm not saying it was, but I'm saying, yeah, they. I mean, yeah. Why are they claiming that it was them when they've been defeated? I thought the Americans defeated them.
No, we all know that ISIS is just.
It's just funny, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's so funny
weird.
How the Americans, they go over and then one random day they've defeated them, and then this happens, and then ISIS are like, yeah, it was us.
And the thing is as well, apparently these the two of the boys are they come from rich families.
Yeah, wealthy,
where their dad is he's like a spice trader, and and they were
one
shocked.
of the boys has their own business in lead.
Yeah, so it's quite weird. It's quite weird as to why they would even do something like that. And they did a whole raid, imagine, in an area, and 500 people had to run into schools. So they raided the whole area, and then some people, the people that they were raided, exploded themselves.
Well, they still managed to kill 6 kids. I think it was 6 kids.
Yes, there was 15 people.
15 people that got shot. 6 kids were killed. 3 suicide bombers. Do you know Sri Lanka have had one of the worst suicide bombing epidemics? Did you know that, I mean, if I was to ask you what a group of people hold the largest suicide bombing rates, who would you say?
I don't know.
The layman would probably say Muslims because of everything that's happened. But do you know the largest suicide bombing cases comes from Sri Lanka through the Tamil Tigers? The Tamil Tigers have over 100,000 cases of where they are known to have blown themselves up due to conflict with the government. But obviously this has not been spoken about at all.
But the division between Muslims and Christians in Sri Lanka is quite... You can kind of tell.
But it's so weird because Christianity is a minor religion. the majority of people are Buddhist and Hindu
In Sri Lanka?
in Sri Lanka.
No, they're not.
Yeah,
The
they are.
majority are Christians.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. I saw a stat.
Should we Google it?
Google it. Yeah.
Boom.
I saw a stat today. It was like 70% of them are Buddhist, 30% are like Hindu, 7% are Christians. No, like 7% are Muslims, and then I don't know, 6% are Muslims. No, 6% are Christians.
Yeah.
Did I get it right? Exact.
Yeah.
Mad.
70% is Buddhism.
Yeah.
12% is Hinduism.
Yep.
Islam is 9.7,
Yep.
and then Christianity is 7.4.
Cool. So I find it mad weird, man, how you would carry out a terror attack in a country where Christianities are the minority.
I don't know.
What's going on? Why are they switching up their tactics?
I don't know, to be honest. And I think, like, apparently this attack was a retaliation of Christchurch.
Yeah.
And it's like, but why in Sri Lanka? Like, out of all countries, if you're gonna do a retaliation,
carry out an attack,
why don't you do it in the West?
Yeah.
Rather than doing it in
Well, why
a
don't you do
country
it
that
nowhere?
has Muslim people in it.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. I mean, not saying that New
Yeah.
Zealand countries in the West don't have Muslims, but it's like you can target other places if you wanted to.
That's where you would.
I'm not giving them ideas or anything.
No, we're not.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, like,
we're not giving ideas.
Easy, Pfizer. You know what I mean, easy. Don't want to get locked off. We're only on episode 35, all right?
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying, it's just it's really interesting.
I've got a little conspiracy theory about all of this.
Oh,
Do you want to hear about it?
Enlighten me,
so
please.
let me enlighten you.
Tell us.
I was listening to a few debates and stuff on LBC. London's.
Okay.
Was it? I forgot what it stands for.
London's busiest.
I don't know. It's leading conversation, whatever. Yeah. So and then I got thinking to myself, like, what if? Because the government over there are fucked. Like they are really in the shit right now because they knew about shit like this and no one did anything about it. So this is what I'm thinking, right? What if the Sri Lankan government were working with Islamist terrorists who have been forced out of Iraq and Syria? They have been forced to find another homeland, somewhere to hide, and they've picked Sri Lanka. They've done a deal with the Sri Lankan government whereby they'll provide them with a large amount of money in order for them to be kept. Do you want to put the window down?
Yeah. This jacket's making me warm.
It's calm. It's nice and breezy today. So, the Sri Lankan government are in bed with the Islamist terrorists, and basically, in order for them to find a hiding place, and something's happened where the Sri Lankan government they've had a little falling out with the Islamists.
Okay.
And in retaliation, these guys have basically carried out.
I mean, we're never going to know the truth.
Because look at what happened with Bin Laden. He was kept right beside a military camp. The Pakistani military camp. Next door. Literally next door.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, I mean, we all know that the world is very corrupt. And when we talk about these conspiracy theories, it's like, it's a shame because innocent people's lives have been taken away.
Yeah.
And it's like, at what cost? For what? For some power.
Human life has no cost anymore, man.
It doesn't have value.
It's got no value anymore, and it's just Pfizer, what do we do, man? I feel so deflated.
I mean,
honestly, I don't know what to do now.
I think it goes on to our next topic about Donald Trump.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
The fact that British people and especially Londoners that they're protesting against him coming to the UK. There's a demonstration on the 4th of June.
Which isn't going to do jack shit.
And 5.
Where
did he come last time?
No, I didn't come. I don't bother with these kind of things.
Come?
Huh?
Has he ever come to the UK?
He has. He's come for the opening of the American Embassy in Battersea. And I remember I was at work in, where was I? Blackfriars.
Okay.
And I remember seeing his helicopter fly by. And it was crazy. Everyone literally stopped what they were doing, ran over to the window just so they could have a look at the helicopter.
How did the helicopter look like?
I don't know. It was kind of far away. It was quite small. But it was simultaneously, it was showing on the TV as well in our office.
Oh, wow.
It was so weird. We were looking from the window to the TV.
Wow.
But anyways, I was gonna say, where do you stand on this in terms of Trump?
I don't think he should come to our country.
Why is that?
I think he should stay because he's not a good leader. I mean, he doesn't lead people to the right direction. As much as, you know, he is the president of America, and you know they're our cousins. I don't think he has any positive impact. He can have any positive impact in our country. And you know, for example, when Barack Obama and Michelle came to the UK, she used to go and visit EGA.
Yeah.
So this is a school in North London, and she used to give, you know, these positive speeches. She used to kind of.
I find Michelle Obama mad corny.
I mean,
do you find her corny?
I wouldn't say she's corny, but I would say she's better than what's her name, Donald Trump's wife. Is that her name?
Ivanka. Yeah, I think so.
I don't know what her name is. That's how you know she hasn't really done anything.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that. Well, I did realise that, but it's only becoming like a realisation. The comparison between the two.
Yeah, if you think about it, Michelle Obama and Barack Obama, they did things that promoted love and black love and, like, you know, push people to.
But this is what I really dislike. What? This whole division of colour.
I mean, it's not. I'm not talking about. Yeah, you know what? There is division.
There is, man. Yeah, there is. 100% there is.
But you know what? It's nice to see a black, black
100%
people
there is.
do great things.
Yes.
You know, it's motivating.
It's definitely motivating.
Yeah.
But what I want more than anything is for someone to come from an ethnic minority group and to unite everyone.
That is possible, but it's not possible because you relate to someone when they have the same skin color as yourself.
And this is the conflict that I have.
You share the same, you know, struggles and so on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's time for the Bangladeshi president.
Oh, fuck that, man. I hate that lady, man.
His wife to go do some love Bollywood movies. Who knows?
I just want someone to come into the picture where they're like, listen, I understand we're black, white, brown, yellow, whatever, yeah, but as a human race, we need to really stand up. We need to really unite, and we need to build a society which is so strong that 100,000 people, 1 million people couldn't break us down. Right now, it's easy for one individual to break us down, and that's this man here.
Yeah, 100%. But you know, it's the world. It's the way the world is right now. I mean, we're eventually going towards like that space where we're talking about what is necessary.
Yeah.
Like our conversations online. Let's be honest, they're quite controversial. People are being outspoken. People are sharing real life. Like stories. So we're getting there. It's just going to take us another, I'd say, 40 to 50 years.
This is why Twitter was a mistake, man.
Why?
Too many opinions.
I feel like Twitter has educated a lot of people, though. 100%. It has educated people that, because as much as the internet is a shit place, it is still, there's so many things that we've learnt from it.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, so many things. Our degree is because of thank God to Google.
Yeah.
Because I'm not saying I wasn't learning anything at university, but the books was they were limited. It wasn't enough. But the internet gives you access to so much. But moving on.
No. We're not moving on.
Why?
Because I want to counter your argument.
Oh, really?
For Donald Trump coming to the UK.
So you think he should come?
Listen, let me try and break this down, yeah. Not as a patriot, yeah. As a British citizen.
Yeah.
And this is coming from the sort of, I don't know, I would call it sort of a neutral ground. Is it hot?
Absolutely, man. I'm always burning
it's
my
still
lip.
Hot.
Yeah.
How's your tea still hot?
Oh,
you got some sick cup.
Thank you.
Coming from a sort of neutral ground, I want to try and pose the argument for Donald Trump to be allowed to come to the UK and receive the presidential treatment.
What did you say?
This is the reason why I think he should, yeah. Because historically speaking, the UK and the US have, you know, walked
each other.
Shoulder to shoulder, into war, out of war. They've helped each other out wherever possible.
The US has helped the UK, but the UK has always been like that little brother that tries to get involved.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Necessary.
So the UK needs the US in order to thrive, in order to prosper. If we break down this relationship because of one man, we might potentially see the end of a very, very long relationship. But then again, maybe not. Maybe whoever comes in next will be treated differently.
Nah, I'm sorry, but let me tell you something, mate.
Tell me, go.
When Britain was out here colonizing this country, they didn't do it with America.
Trust.
So when they nearly colonized half of the world, they did not do it with America.
I know, but it's
and America right now, let's be honest. Let's be honest. They're losing their power.
Well, they are. We're seeing a shift in superpowers right now. 100%. India and China are on the rise.
Yep.
But
and so is Israel.
Israel's always been there. Israel's only there because of America. I'm sick and tired of Israel trying to claim that they're powerful. You're not.
They are.
You're not.
They are.
You're being funded by the West. You're being protected by the West. You have colonized Palestine illegally. I will raise my controversial views very loudly. Thank you very much. Because the Balfour Declaration only gave you your country because it was owned by someone else. Let's get one thing straight. You were given a patch of land, and what did you do? You did what? Okay, I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
Yeah, let's just continue.
You went on and then you colonized the whole of that country, and that is absolutely fucked. Now, moving on. The royal family is in a bit of shit.
Do you know why I find it funny?
Why? Because we ain't got nothing better to talk about.
No,
Prince fucking William.
No, do you know why I find it funny? Because they were so quick to at Meghan.
Oh my
God.
Meghan
this, Meghan that, Meghan this, Meghan that. Meghan. Every day, Meghan.
Well, we know why now. Now we know why.
This time, your son's out here, basically, I was going to say the F word, but I'm not going to swear, doing things with the wife's best friend.
Do you know why this is so messed up? Because the thing that his dad did, which ripped his family apart, is now the same thing that he's doing.
But it
that got his mum killed, you know. Diana was killed because of the affair that Charles was having with the other lady.
Yeah, but she was having an affair too.
Good on her. Pregnant. No, but they were divorced, and this was happening whilst they were married. Diana was witnessing this from day one. Him and Charles and Camilla, throughout the whole. I've watched numerous documentaries.
Men
about
are
this.
trash, man.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I'm tired.
I can't defend men because men are doing a bad job.
No, you know what? I'm tired of everyone it's just not nice to know that you're out here cheating on your wife with her best friend, and you're coming home back to her
you got
at
3 kids
night.
as well.
No, forget the kids. But you're touching her, and you're just sharing other people's, germs. Like
your main concern is germs.
Do you know what I mean? Like you're just like you're putting your thing in someone else. I'm gonna go very explicit.
Just wear gloves.
No, it's not about that. It doesn't matter. I mean, you're sharing that person's energy. You're doing this. You're carrying all of that, and then you're bringing it home to your wife. That is so disrespectful. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know this news has not been verified?
I believe it.
Where did it come from?
I believe
no one knows where it came from. So let me give you the.
I tried to look for it.
Bruv, let me give you the stories.
I was like, what?
These are some of the options, not options, but these are some of the sort of possibilities.
I think it's the girl. I think it's her.
Well, yeah, that's one of them. So one of the options is that Rose Hanbury probably went to the press and leaked the news.
Absolutely, because she's not trying to get bodied
because of a conflict, not a conflict, so because of a sort of a falling out she had with
Kate.
Meghan. No, not Meghan. Sorry, Kate. Yeah, Kate. That's one of the potential sort of options. Is it option? It's not an option.
I mean, I think conspiracy.
Yeah. So the other one is, it's been made. Hasn't been made anything. There's been suggestions that William and Harry. So William told Harry was like, "What the fuck are you doing? That's what got this family fucked." And then he went to the press, and then he told the press.
Oh,
can you imagine?
I mean, yeah.
It's such a Harry thing to do.
I mean, that came across my mind, but I'm like, at the same time, I understand why, because his wife is getting so much backlash, and he's like, do you know what? Stop talking about my wife.
Trust me.
You lot need to keep my wife's name out of your mouth.
There's another conspiracy theory that because of this is somewhat of an open secret, yeah. Amongst the royal family, apparently this is an open secret. Everyone knows. But basically, the royal family have made a deal with the press, in order for them to keep their mouth shut about this whole scandal. They ridicule Meghan Markle instead. Do you get it?
Is that why you think she's keeping her baby away from...
I'm glad she is. Has she had a baby yet? She hasn't.
No, she hasn't.
She's due to any time now, though.
Yeah, but she's like, I don't want people to
Good.
see my baby. Whatever, that's fine.
That's
it makes
good, man.
sense. Like, let the baby live for a bit, you know?
Actually, no, I don't think that's good.
Why?
She should have known what she was getting into before she got married to
No, but
Harry.
maybe that's the deal that they had made
Mm,
with the press.
fair enough.
Where
Maybe.
she's like, okay, I'll take the backlash.
Yeah.
And just give me the opportunity not to, you know... For
Do you
people
think
not
she'll
to
ever
see me.
develop a British accent? I still can't believe Harry married a black girl. That's
She
mad,
is.
you know?
She's mixed race.
No, I know, but she's got black in her.
Yeah, but it's like, come on, it's 21st century.
This is like groundbreaking stuff.
No,
The royal
not
family
really.
has now black blood in it. That's wavy.
I mean,
That's unprecedented.
yeah, but then if she... So when they have... So it's only quarter.
Yeah.
So it's not that much.
It might come out with curly hair.
Yeah, so...
Can you imagine, bro? I saw a
Yes,
picture. I saw a picture the other day on Twitter. Yeah,
It'll
of
be
some
cute.
some ginger guy
be
with like curly hair.
It'll be a cute baby, but
Yeah.
if that child gets married to a white person, then
It's basically gone.
yeah, it's not that much of a groundbreak. It's not like the Nigerian, you know,
Oh, one day,
bloodline
man.
is like,
God willing, one day.
you know what I mean? It's not like the bloodline is coming to. It's not like coming to America, you know.
Yeah,
you know
well,
what I mean?
it's almost there.
It's not that deep.
Yeah.
Like their
So-
family doesn't really have a legacy or a heritage.
Listen, the royal
Or
family's
wealth.
dead. Give it another 10, 15 years, they're finished.
Yeah.
That's it, man. No one cares about the royal family. They're the best source of income for the country.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they give us days off work, I'm happy with that. Excuse me.
Do you want to talk about Kanye's new song, Water?
Yeah,
have
I
you
think
listened
it's
to
quite good.
Are you mad?
I listened to the lyrics. I read
Bruv.
I listened to the
All he
lyrics.
says is water, water. We are water. Well, correction, Kanye. We're actually 60% water.
Yeah, because he said we were 90. But he was just trying to prove his point. What he's
Foolish,
trying to say is that,
foolish man.
but you know, water, for the way I've interpreted it, water tends to be like a sign of like rebirth. Like especially, what's that noise?
What is that noise?
I don't know.
Oh no, it's my laptop. Oh my god, I really
Why
need to invest in a new laptop,
Why
guys.
is your laptop
It's
sounding
mad.
like an engine?
It's like a fan. It's just a fan inside. It's overworking itself. Come on, baby, stay in there. You can do it.
Ah, you're funny.
So
okay,
listen. So my man releases this song Water
yeah.
on at a Sunday service where he's supposed to be talking about God, but
Yeah.
instead he's talking about water. What the fuck is Kanye doing?
No, what
This
do
is
you
really
mean?
annoying me.
He was
because-
singing a
man.
song. It's a gospel song.
Gospel song about water.
Yeah, water. It talks about rebirth. You know, like when you get back.
Do you think
from
Kanye
birth.
know what rebirth is?
Yeah, I do.
Nah, he doesn't
I
know
think that
shit.
I think he's overcoming his mental health issues actually, and I think this is a new chapter that he's walking to.
I'm
in his
really happy
life.
for him. And
Yeah, I
everything.
know you're happy for him.
Yeah, I'm really
but
glad that he's going
I think
through
his
it.
song is quite good.
But this is he's taking one step too far.
no, he's not.
Opening up his own church.
Why not?
What do you mean? Why not? He doesn't even know what Christianity is.
How do you know that?
Because why are you talking about water?
Because water. Listen, you know when you sing certain songs, it
Yeah.
doesn't have to. You don't have to say, God, this. Like you talk in water. Like I said, resembles purity.
Yeah, I
It
understand that.
resembles rebirth. It resembles so many other things.
Yeah.
He's saying we are water, like as in, you know, we're purifying ourselves. This is how I've interpreted
Yeah.
it. And then he says, oh, okay, like let the light reflect on me. Basically talking about like Jesus is light and so on. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. To be honest, quite frankly, I'm quite proud that he's done this because he's created a community. And he's singing positively about the religion.
I'm all for Kanye West getting over his mental health issues, getting back
Okay.
on track with life. But when you attempt to create a new church under the name of Christianity, the banner of Christianity, I totally condemn that.
But I don't think he's creating a new church. He's just having a church service.
Well,
he's just providing a
But that's
service.
what I'm saying.
What's the problem with that?
No,
The
there's
people-
massive problems because you're
Why?
not sticking to the traditional texts. This is nothing but what's the word that I put down? Innovation. This is innovation at the highest degree.
But
you're not talking about God. You're not talking about the scriptures.
Yeah, he
and
is.
you're not sticking in line to what the principles of Christianity are.
But what are the principles? Because
I don't know. I'm not a Christian.
Yeah, but because, black churches have gospel music.
Yeah.
And that's how they express themselves. And that is a form
I would say that's innovation as well.
How is that innovation?
Because where did Jesus say that you're allowed to sing about stuff in churches?
I mean, I'm not going to comment on people's religion like that, but that is something, that is a form of expressing themselves, and that for black Christians, that's what they've been doing for years now. So it's not. So what he's doing
I've just
is
got
not
a problem with this kind of thing.
No,
Ever since Protestantism, Protestants came about, it's been fucked.
Why?
Because King Henry VIII decided out of nowhere that he was going to make his own church because he wanted to get divorced.
That has nothing to do with what Kanye West is doing. He is just providing.
It comes from that line.
Look, he's just providing a church service, and he's bringing people together, and I think there's nothing wrong with that.
I think it's very dangerous what he's doing. I think he's treading on thin ice, because the next thing you will see is Kanye West will be having his own religion.
That's his business. If people decide to listen, let's be honest, you're talking about a religion. People worship celebrities. There's a whole syndrome.
Yeah, what the fuck's that all about?
Like, people actually selling the grass.
Yeah, but why? Why?
Because it's a mental health issue. Let's be honest. When you have an obsession over a celebrity like that, it's not okay.
Yeah.
So you talking about him having a church service, which is promoting God. Which
it's not really. It's promoting his music.
It's not promote. Okay, let's say it's promoting his music, but who else doesn't use religion to promote their music?
Well, whoever does that is a fucking idiot.
What do you mean? We have so many London singers that sing about. They do covers over.
Yeah, songs. Don't do it.
No, I think there's nothing wrong with it.
It's innovation.
It is innovation, but we're moving forward. We're moving with time. I mean, if it contradicts your religion, if it's disrespecting the religion, fair enough. But if it's not, I don't see what the problem is, to be honest.
I do. If it's something that hasn't been mentioned and something that hasn't been encouraged to do, don't do it. It's as simple as that. You've got no reason to do it.
And I mean, I think it's a good way for him to actually.
Yeah, it's definitely a good way for him to do it.
Yeah, well.
I mean, for him to get over whatever he's going through.
Yeah, that's one. And two, what other kind of. He's part. A couple of episodes. I can't even talk. A couple of episodes.
Yeah.
We spoke about how he was going to be part of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, right?
Yeah.
I think this is a way for him to showcase his talent as well. So I think it's a good idea that he's doing this.
I'm gonna call him Ye from now on because Kanye is dead.
Why?
He's truly dead. He's dead, man.
Don't say
Kanye,
that.
we'll never get the old Kanye back. It's done.
And the old Kanye used to, like, Jesus Walks. That's a gospel song.
Yeah, and also I Am God.
Yeah, but God is just God is just a word.
Yeah.
Godfather.
Are you gonna get philosophical? You are.
Yeah, it's just a word.
I can feel it.
God is just a word. I'm not being philosophical at all. God is just a word, and it's like. I think as time progresses, a lot of people will refer to themselves as God.
No, I can't have that, bruv.
Yeah, I know, but
I can't stand for that kind of stuff.
Your religion teaches you that, anyways.
Yeah.
As time continues,
people
will start actually thinking that they have this particular kind of prophecy. Well, they don't.
Yeah.
And
it's problematic for me, really.
I think it's interesting that people actually sold the grass that people were standing on for. They're selling it for $430 on eBay.
I just don't understand.
And
so
the fact
confused.
that is happening, I think, makes you realize that people actually normalize celebrity like obsessions.
Oh my god!
Like we're looking past it and we're like, oh yeah, that's fine. Some crazy person's doing that.
I pray I never get an obsession over someone like that ever.
Why? Or ever, to be honest. I think.
Why? You wanna sell grass? Actually, it's a great business. It's a great bit of business.
I mean, it's sad for the person that is at the other end buying it. But do you think anyone will buy it? I mean, it was disrespectful for people to even be selling the book that they were.
Let me tell you what was disrespectful.
What?
It's disrespectful, yeah. That Ariana Grande got $8 million and Beyonce only got $4 million.
Ha! I think it's disrespectful, actually, that people are angry about his clothes.
You think so?
Yeah.
People are angry about his clothes.
Yeah, the fact that it was expensive.
Yeah, man.
Why? What's the problem with that though?
What is it though?
I think it's very strategic, to be honest.
How so?
Because I say this because just before we move on to Ariana Grande and Beyonce, because I think what he did is like what a lot of people do in businesses as well.
Go on.
So they will sell certain things for like just a standard price, and then they will have like a tier,
right,
which is like really high, to get people to buy to get people to buy the normal prices. So he had these socks for $50, right? 2 sockses.
Right.
Then he had jumpers for like $225, which is fine. But then when you see how expensive the jumpers are, you definitely buy the t-shirts.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
No, I get that.
So it's a good business style that he did.
It's very good.
And when you look at his website, he has a jumpsuit for $795.
Do you think he gives a shit about his fans? I don't, personally.
No, I think he's just trying to promote high-end clothes, to be honest.
Right.
And I think this is he's just trying to maintain that.
But why don't you make good clothes then? Why are you making shit with printed, like, what does it say on it? I don't know what it says on it.
Oh, something church.
Yeah.
Holy Spirit.
Holy Spirit, yeah. And the font is shit. Out of all the fonts you could have picked in the world, you picked...
But it looks nice. I know people that would actually buy it.
Yeah, same. But so only because it was made by Kanye West.
No, but the thing is, if you think about it, look at even a lot of designers like Balenciaga.
Dead. Yeah. I'll never rock
their
Balenciaga.
Their shoes, their trainers, their socks.
Yeah.
They cost what £540.
Yeah.
Then they have bomb bags. Yeah.
Literally
that says Balenciaga on it, which is like neo pink for $795. But because they have that contrast, people are buying the sockses. The trainer socks. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
feel like people are just hating on Kanye, to be honest. I think that's what it is. I don't think he's done anything wrong.
I think Kanye is there to be hated on.
No, I think he's influential. I think he's talented.
Influential? Maybe influential in all the wrong ways.
No, not at all. And I think that he's bouncing back from his mental health issues, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I think he's done a very good job for what he's doing for himself. I'm very, very happy to see where he is, but I'm very anxious to see where he goes from there.
Okay.
Because he's on thin ice. And furthermore, where's this album that you promised us 6 months ago? If I'm listening...
It's called Yandi.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm waiting for it.
I love it. I love the fact that you called it Yandi.
If it's going to be 12 to 15 songs... that are the same as Water, I swear to God, it's gonna be a mad thing.
I mean, you don't have to listen to it if you don't want to.
I'm definitely not going to.
I think it's gonna be good. He never felt even that. Was it
Jesus.
Life of the Pablo?
Yeah, Life of
Pablo. That was a banging album.
It was okay. There was a couple good tunes on there.
If the metro don't just
I've just had enough of him trying to innovate.
Come on. Ariana Grande and Beyonce. To be honest,
how do you think about this? How did you feel about this?
I feel like this is very interesting that people actually found out.
Are we gonna hear people scream white privilege?
People have screamed
white privilege.
People have screamed white privilege. I know they have. Because look, let's be honest. When we compare talents, Beyonce is so much better than Ariana Grande in so many cases and so many ways. Because Beyonce's Coachella performance is an experience.
Yeah, it is an experience.
Something that you look at and you're like, wow.
Because she spends months in preparation.
She invests a lot of time in her, her dancers, her choreography, her singing, her look, her weight, everything. She just goes in. And I'm sorry, Ariana Grande, she doesn't do that well.
Right.
I mean, she's a very good singer, but Beyonce is a legend. You don't pay. You don't go to, for example, when you're buying designer, you don't expect you're paying £500 for the quality and all the time that's been spent and all these things that have gone through. The quality just behind everything. So it's like, why would you pay the same money or less to something that is better? It doesn't make sense.
I've got an issue with both of these women.
Okay? Why?
One is clearly dated, whilst the other has some dating issues.
What?
See what I did there?
Are you trying to say Beyonce is old?
Yeah, I'm saying Beyonce is old and Ariana Grande has had dating issues.
Listen, yeah.
I spent a while thinking of that line this morning.
That's fine.
Give me credit for it, please.
Wow.
I went
Wow. Wow. You made me laugh.
Hey, listen, laugh genuinely, please.
Guys,
Alright.
he's feeling so.
All right, listen. Let me explain to you why this has happened, yeah?
Okay.
Because I did a bit of research in it.
Boom.
Did a bit of digging. And, the reason why Ariana... I mean, I totally disagree with Ariana Grande getting even...
Women get paid less
5
than men
million.
anyway, so...
No, but
I'm
in
not
this
surprised.
sort of comparison sort of kind of thing that we're doing, I think Ariana Grande 2-3 million, okay, cool. But the reason why Beyonce only got 3 to 4 is because obviously she's done a deal with Netflix, which means that her performance is owned by her. The Coachella performance is owned by her.
Okay.
All rights is reserved to her,
100%.
so she can use it for whatever she wants.
Makes sense.
So that is why Coachella have said, all right, cool, but we're only going to give you 4 mil. Otherwise, she probably would have got... Because that Netflix deal that she's done is massive. Huge. Is it still hot?
Yeah, guys, it's been like 50 minutes and this tea is still hot.
It's crazy,
That's
man.
fine.
So, yeah, it is true that Beyonce's performance, might be incredible, might be worth 8 million, but because of the deal that she did with...
I don't think that's true.
I think...
Hold on, am I putting it in the right place?
I believe it.
I don't believe it. Am I putting it in the right place?
No, you're not. Yeah, you are now.
Okay.
Perfect.
I mean, to be honest,
Oh, look, the
I'm
sun's
not
come out.
surprised. I'm not surprised that Beyonce is getting paid less.
Are you
I'm not
surprised that she's released Lemonade on Apple Music and Spotify?
No, I think it's very strategic.
Go on,
I
tell
think
me.
Beyonce and Solange right now are doing some amazing marketing. They're looking great. They've been working on their bodies. They've been working on their image.
Beyonce's looking sick.
Like, they're looking
Bro, why is she
good.
looking like that?
Stunning, because they've been grinding.
It's not
They've
normal
been
for her to look like that now.
Why?
How many babies she had? 3.
Yeah, so
And she's what, 50?
she's got. Excuse me, Beyonce's in her 30s.
Fuck off.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Okay, fine. All right, cool. Fair
Like,
enough.
yeah, Beyonce's in her 30s. And she's got money. Money talks, man.
Trust me.
Money. And it's not even about surgery. It's about just having someone who understands, what to put in your body, what to take out of your body, how to train, when to train, the timings, everything. Like, she has invested in everything. And so has her sister. They're living their best lives right now.
Jeez, look at
Like,
you.
they're doing
Animated,
bits.
man.
Yeah, man. I have to give the... I'm loving Solange right now. I'm not even going to lie.
I don't like
Like,
her album. Her
I
album's
love...
whack.
No, you need to watch her videos. And her music videos. They're sick. Like, Solange is like, I don't give a shit. And Solange is... One thing I like about her, she mentors a lot of black women who are coming up in the industry as well. She's doing well, and I think she's so sick. Like,
So why is Beyonce suddenly decided she's gonna put Lemonade on Apple Music and Spotify?
because
Bearing in mind that Tidal was her thing with Jay-Z.
because it's more ways to make money.
Do you think there's
More ways
beef
to
going
be-
on between her and Jay-Z?
No, no, definitely not. I think it's a good marketing strategy. I think it's allowing her to make more money elsewhere, and her name is out more now.
I think it's odd
Because
though.
think about it,
It's
yeah,
weird.
she's now on Netflix, right? And everyone is watching that. Now they're actually gonna listen to her music again, because that's what happens. Though,
Yeah,
innit?
yeah, yeah. No, I know.
So if you have access to Spotify, because everyone's using Spotify right now, everyone's gonna jump on Spotify and listen to her music again, which means she's gonna make more money, and it makes her more current. And it's like Beyonce's hot topic right now, and then she's got the Adidas campaign, which he said he was gonna be dead, but it looks sick. You know that jumpsuit, it looks nice.
Okay, that jumpsuit is nice. But
Yeah, exactly.
I find it hard to believe that she designed that. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but come on, it's not
Like,
hard.
No,
I said to you, it's gonna be good.
Time
like,
will
yeah,
tell. Time will
Beyonce
tell.
knows what
I don't want to
she's
say
doing.
anything now, innit? Because
But all I'm saying is, I know Beyonce knows what she's doing, and so is Solange. Solange is looking hella spicy.
I would love for there to be some conflict between her and Jay-Z, because it's not normal for.
Why?
This isn't a normal move.
Why?
If they wanted to do this, they would have done this a couple of years ago. But it's been 3 years, and all of a sudden she wants to put her
I'm
music
telling you, it's strategic.
from Tidal to. I wonder how Jay-Z feels about that.
I mean, it's not. There's nothing wrong with it. Secure the bag, sis. Secure the bag.
Secure
Tidal's
the
probably
bag.
making bare money now, anyways.
If I could name this episode, it would probably be "Secure the Bag." It's good. It was one line. It was really good.
Okay. Boom. And we're going on to Vossi Bop.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Vossi Bop.
I've got a real.
What do you think about it? I think it's a good song.
I've been waiting a very long time
Yeah.
for this young man to release music. I've been waiting. A very, very long time.
Yeah.
I've been one of those eager, anticipated fans
Okay.
who has really put him on the highest stages that you could put an artist. And what does he do? He gives me fucking Vossi Pop. What's Vossi Bop?
He's
do you know what's happened to Stormzy? Let me tell you what's happened to Stormzy. Stormzy has become commercialized. That's it. That is the end of it. He's become commercialized. It's done. When I'm hearing him talk about shit like Boris Johnson and fucking Idris Elba, it's done. Why are you talking about shit that really we don't care about? I don't want to hear about politics. I get enough of that from LBC. Tell me about things that you were telling me about a couple of years ago when you were underground, when you were urban, when you really could relate to the youth. But
he's not living that struggle no more.
Exactly, and that's what really frustrates me. I hate when this happens to artists. And this is why I rate Skepta and BBK and actually, that's about it really. This is why I don't give ratings to people who make it in the industry, because they don't stick to their roots.
He just made a track which is basically saying, I've come, far, I've done a lot of work, and I'm a bit gassed.
Please don't talk to me about Maya Jama either. I don't want to know about your relationship.
No, but do you know, I don't think he spoke about her in the way he should have, to be honest. Because
my girl is a goddess, is that what he said?
Yeah, he said that. He goes, look at my girl, what a goddess, thank God. But before that, he's like, oh, my brothers don't dab, we just Vossi Pop. I tell your girl to lick me at the coffee shop, getting freaky in the sheets, we're taking body shots. I don't like when he goes, then I finish with a facial just to top it off. That's disgusting. That is disrespectful. Like, and then he has kids dancing to this, these lyrics. I don't understand.
I don't like the approach that he's going for. Either he's trying. Do you know what he's trying to do?
But then
he's trying to make a trending thing.
How is he then saying, "Look at my girl. Look at my girl. She's a goddess." Do you know what I'm sick of? I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna have to go in. I'm sick of men and guys who think they can respect the women that are close to them, but not the rest of the world. Does that make sense? He's just said that he's gonna finish off on a woman's face or whatever. I don't like to repeat shit like that, but I'm going to. Okay. But then you're like, look at my woman, she's a goddess. So it's like, wait a minute, you're kind of contradicting yourself.
100%.
And it's like, I get it, you're doing well, and this song is about, you being gassed and you being happy. You should definitely feel like that because you've come far, you've worked hard. But don't talk about like a woman like that. You don't talk about meeting someone's girl in a coffee shop and then doing that to her. That's disrespectful.
Yes.
And it's like, what? Like,
well, this is what I'm saying. This is the problem that I have with artists.
You decided to deliver?
Exactly. This is why I was so disappointed when I listened to that song. I was like, bruv, like you could have pulled out the craziest, grimiest track, and you give me this. A half commercialized song which aims to try and put you on the trending page because of a Vossi Bop dance.
I mean,
ideally, that's what you want.
It's nice. Like the bop is nice. The vibe is. The song is decent. It's got a good beat. But I just don't like that bit where he's talking about, and like even with Mist and
I didn't. Do you know? I didn't want to talk about these.
No, I want to talk about them actually because it's the same theme. It's the same theme. They're talking about. You know what it is? I'm realizing that men, especially in the music industry, they're constantly like talking about having a girl that they ride for, but then fuck the other bitches. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I'm sick.
It just it doesn't make sense.
Sorry,
and he's like,
you lot need to switch it up, man.
No, it's rude. They're constantly undermining women, and they're constantly like talking about women as if they're disgusting.
Yeah, but I have a problem with this. Why is it that music nowadays surrounds women? Why is it only about women? Why can we not talk about other stuff? It's either women or crime.
And I mean, Notes had another song as well, called One Thing.
Notes.
I mean, I don't think that song was that great, but he's talking about, a woman and being a good girl, and that, she kept herself. She didn't have sex with him the first day, and he's gonna spend money on her, and he's gonna take care of her. And it's like, why?
Notes is gonna do wonders this summer, though.
No, but it's like, why do they have to constantly talk about?
I know. I have a problem with it.
Saving a woman.
I don't understand why it's about women. Just don't talk about women. Who cares?
Yeah, talk about yourself. Talk about your struggles. Man.
Talk about your struggles. Talk about your community.
Talk about how that woman has saved you.
Nah, don't talk about women anymore.
No,
man.
because
too many songs.
I'm
90% of UK songs are about girls. I don't want to know about girls. I want to know about something different. Intrigue me. This is why I fucking love Emma Huncho, man. M. Hunter, you know the guy with the mask?
Oh.
You,
Oh yeah, no, I know who he is. Yeah.
Like, fam.
Yeah, that's fine.
Different.
But it's
He's done
okay.
great for
We're
himself.
moving on anyways.
Yeah.
I'm going to finish off with some girly talk.
Alright, yeah, I know, because
actually.
when I saw this, I was like, being married?
Okay, so the finale season.
Alright, go on,
okay,
let's hear
season
this.
finale, the
Yeah,
episode
yeah.
for Being Mary J. This is for my women
Ah,
listeners
yeah.
because we've been waiting for months for this.
Yeah, I know.
Literally, like,
There was someone else that told me about
yeah,
this.
this
as
is
well.
like we waited 4
Roll my
months.
eyes.
Huh?
I just roll in my eyes like, oh,
What? No, I don't think you understand. Like, this is. Okay, so Gabrielle Union is like the
Right.
starring like lady in the show, and she's an independent black woman. Yeah,
Yeah.
who has literally worked her way to become a news anchor. She has finessed these streets. She's dealt with racism. She's dealt with everything, and
Yeah.
it's literally someone that I can kind of relate to as well.
Yeah.
And she's basically come across men who expect her to modify herself to be like a traditional woman when she can't be, because I mean, she is the breadwinner of the family. She's the one that's keeping the family together. Like, she's just doing bits. Anyways, long story short, this episode was like so unexpected that it was gonna come. And
What did she do?
Did
she do something outrageous?
Yeah, she did something outrageous. She did something for herself, and she got herself like a baby from, you know, the sperm donor bank.
Oh, okay.
And the guy that she loved eventually told her, yes, let's get married, when he left. Came back, they got married. Other niggas tried to get married to her, whatever. So the storyline was a bit mad.
Yeah.
So it ended. So that season is done. So I know 100% anyone that was watching this was like, what? She should have picked the good guy, but she picked the wrong guy. But
it always happens,
because
man.
love wins, isn't it?
It always happens.
Love wins.
It's the problem with you
Love
women,
wins.
man. You think of your heart, not with your head.
Whatevs. Anyways, we've got a new American show.
Yes.
Starring
New American show, Games People Play, starring Lauren London.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming this was recorded before Nipsey passed away.
No, definitely.
So you know, I don't know if I'll watch it because I don't know where I can watch it.
No, you can watch it on Mr. World Premiere.
Okay.
Or D.Man or Broken Silence.
Jeez, you're the plug, man.
Yeah, for American show.
Actually, the plug, you know.
It needs to be done. So episode 2 was actually directed by Queen Niger, and it was written by Nipsey Hussle. Yeah, so it's good, and it's a BET show.
Yeah.
Is this on? Boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's it was directed by this Queen Niger, and then written by Nipsey Hussle, which is good. And it's basically, you know, the girl from My Wife and Kids.
Yeah.
Katie, she is a starring character.
She's in the show.
Yeah, she's in the show as well.
Sick.
And I think she's about 20 now.
Is this gonna replace Power?
Yeah, I think it is gonna replace Power.
It looks
Yeah,
like that.
and it's about basically men in the basketball in the sports industry. And you know, wives trying to do things with their lives, and like the blogging, and it actually references people who
actually do it.
Yeah, so like Jason Lee,
Yeah.
he's a blogger in America, and it actually references like current topics and so on. So it's quite interesting. So I watched episode 1. Don't know if you're gonna jump in it too.
Yeah, I mean, I still need to watch Game of Thrones, Avengers. There's a whole bag of things I need to watch.
Okay.
It's mad.
It also has that guy Saranas Jackson,
I don't know who that
who's
is.
from Insecure.
Okay.
So he was known as Dre.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's some good characters. I'm actually gassed because I watched it yesterday.
To be honest with you,
yeah.
Don't care.
You have to care. We are a trending entertainment
that's
news
true.
podcast. We
So
give a shit about everything and everyone.
Most things. I mean, I feel like today's episode has just been shit that I've really just been...
We don't
just
give a
don't
shit
care.
about. But it's fine.
Let's go through the list, yeah? Okay, explosion in Sri Lanka, I care about that very deeply. Synagogue shooting, I care about that very deeply. Trump coming to London, I don't care. Prince William cheating, I don't care. Kanye song, definitely don't care. Coachella, Beyonce, I don't care, right? Beyonce Lemonade.
Oh my God, can you believe the herpes outbreak in Coachella? 1,000 people.
1,000 people. How did that go around that quickly?
I don't know.
People are moving mad.
That's what I'm thinking.
It's getting worse every year.
I'm like, what?
What do you think wireless is going to be like?
Wireless is just dead, bro.
Swear down.
Yeah,
I've never been, you know.
It's
But
dead.
that's because it's
in
always
Wood
during
Green.
Ramadan.
It's in Wood Green. It's not
No,
Wood Green,
Finsbury
Fraser
Park.
Park. Why would I go to Fraser Park to party?
That's true, you know.
Like,
Yeah,
no.
nowadays it's just filled with 16-year-olds as well.
yeah, like it's
Like,
just not a vibe.
No, it's not a vibe anymore.
Unless I get a free ticket.
Yeah. Well, some people jumped over the...
Yeah, that
Gates.
time. I think that was like 2-3 years ago.
It was quite a while ago, wasn't it?
But yeah, continue.
Yeah, man. So, listen. I just want to say, I really appreciate you, Pfizer. I
Why?
really do. I just wanted to say it, innit?
Mad. Are you dying?
No. Well, this has been fun. It's been good to have you back.
Yes.
Thank you for coming back. And you'll be leaving us soon, though. When are you going?
July.
Ooh, so we've got 2 months.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll be going in July, but it's fine. We can always do Skype recordings.
Jeez.
Because I know other podcasters that actually do it like that as well.
Yeah.
So we can do that, or I don't think this is on.
No, it is on.
Okay. All right.
It's on, man.
Okay, so why is it not moving?
It's moving.
Oh,
You just
okay.
can't, like,
I can't
see it.
see because it's too dark and I'm wearing shades.
They so fabulous.
Yeah, so I'm leaving in July.
Fabulous,
I'm gonna be here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be here, and I just want people to make sure that they are staying tuned.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Stay in the conversation, guys,
Yeah.
and let us know what you want to hear
Yeah, let us know what you want to hear if you
on
want
a
to hear
weekly
anything.
basis.
Yeah,
Feedback is
but
necessary.
Please make it relevant, yeah. Because you know
Okay.
what? I'm just sick and tired of everything. But I'm sick and tired of podcasters saying, guys, comment below to let us know what you want us to talk about. Like, no, man.
What?
I don't know. I just want to be different, innit?
We are different.
Maybe I'm trying too hard to be different.
100%.
I am, innit?
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to stop worrying about that. Stop worrying
Yeah.
about other people,
I
what
just
they're
don't want to
doing.
fall into the same category,
We're
you know?
not going to.
Because the
You
moment
have a
you
whole
do that, you're
Pfizer.
just like...
You have a whole Pfizer next to you.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I feel
Who is just...
Let's be honest. You are fabulous. You'll be getting a new mic soon as well. I'm going to get the same mic that I've got for you. You know the one that I've got here? This is
Yeah.
a bad boy mic. This is like
So why do you give me the dead
big
mic?
bossy one. I don't know. Because I like the sound
you
of my
like
voice.
to be louder.
Yeah,
I
man.
know it makes sense, guys.
Trust me. You got
All the times, all the weeks, yeah. I was like, why does my voice sound so dead and so... It's because it's
Hey,
got
listen,
a
that's
better
a good mic. That's a very good mic.
No, guys, are you listening
It's
to
actually
this?
the best
No,
USB
I'm
mic
tired.
on
I
the market.
quit.
It's the
I
best.
quit.
Ram, I was going to get it for you.
I quit. No, joking. Guys, it's been a wrap.
Thank you very much for joining us on episode 35 of the Tomato Podcast. We'll be back next week with episode 36. But in the meantime, you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Twitter at Podcast Tomato, Instagram, The Tomato Podcast. We do interact on a regular basis.
100%.
And I'm happy to say that because
I'm
we
obsessed with my phone.
do. Trust me.
I've deeped it.
Yeah, me too. And it's bad. And I've never realised like what it's like to actually be a social media freak, but now I do.
Yeah, I do. I
'Cause I'm on
realised it
Twitter
the
all the
last
time.
2 weeks.
Retweets and fucking my good morning tweets. My good morning world is every day.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Connect with your... It's just connecting with the world. You know,
Trust
there's
me.
nothing wrong with that.
Trust me. So
That's
thank
fine.
you. Also, we are on SoundCloud, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts. And the best thing about that is, I mean, I think I was told last week that it's free. It's all free.
Oh my God.
That's what I was
You're
told.
lying.
I mean, I thought I was charging a fee, but apparently not.
What?
Yeah, it's free. We're giving it to them for free. It's a joke thing.
No way.
Really and truly, it should be 25p per show. Even
should
that,
start-
that's
we
a bit
start-
too generous.
We should start moving like a back chat.
Yeah, but trying to charge a fee to watch it. Allow it, man. Get out of it.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for listening. I shall see you same time next week.
Don't know. Yeah, videos coming soon. You know,
Oh, yo.
I'm telling you.
Can't be looking this
I can't.
homeless anymore.
Safe.